As a college student, I complain a lot about not having enough time, being tired all the time, and I didn't realize that I could fix all of this if I just treated my mornings properly. But for the longest time, I thought I wasn't a morning person. But after implementing these 5 principles, I actually started waking up between 6 and 8 a.m. almost every day, and I started having more time for my hobbies, and I just felt more energized. So the first 3 principles I took from Andrew Huberman. He's a professor of neuroscience at Stanford, and other 2 tips I got from other 2 experts. So many other. His key advice is getting natural light first thing in the morning. It normalizes your circadian clock, which means natural light programs your brain to start feeling tired in 16 hours. In other words, getting that sunlight actually sets you up for a good night's sleep. So if you don't get that sunlight at approximately the same time every morning, then your circadian clock will shift and you'll feel tired at the beginning of the day, and then you'll still feel not sleepy and alert until late at night. So another benefit of sunlight is that it triggers cortisol and adrenaline in your body. Cortisol is a hormone in your body that increases your body temperature, which wakes up all your organs and your brain and etc. That's when you wake up, when that cortisol level increases, that increases your temperature. And adrenaline, makes you more alert, makes you more ready to tackle, the day, the problems of the day, the tasks, and all of that. In short, you want that adrenaline and cortisol levels to go up a bit and as soon as possible in the morning, and natural light is the best trigger. So let's talk about my wife. She likes drinking coffee the first thing in the morning. Actually, the habit she acquired in college. However, it turned out that intaking any caffeine or any beverage that contains caffeine, not only coffee, can and is capable of causing afternoon crashes. We all experience that, and of course there are other factors that can cause it or influence afternoon crashes. However, we should try, and you should try, to wait from 60 to 90 minutes or at least 15 minutes before intaking any beverage that contains caffeine, and then see for yourself if you feel more energized in the afternoons. It definitely helped my wife. Did it help, babe?
What?
Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me explain why. So there is a chemical in our brain that keeps us asleep throughout the night called adenosine, and when we wake up, our system actually starts clearing adenosine out. However, the intake of caffeine blocks that, which gives us a short burst of energy. But after caffeine wears off, adenosine that was temporarily blocked comes back and we crash. So experiment by waiting at least 15 minutes to drink coffee, energy drink or whatever containing caffeine. And this one is pretty short, so just bear with me and with my face. So there is another chemical in our brain that's you probably heard of called dopamine. And there's a lot of misconceptions that dopamine is like the happiness neurotransmitter, or the satisfaction. But dopamine actually is responsible for your motivation and drive. So pretty much we would be aimless and miserable without dopamine. One of the ways to boost your dopamine early in the day is either to work out or to take cold showers. Oh boy. Okay, here you go. What a fool. Anyways, Dr. Huberman says that if you're doing these things, if you do these things, you will feel more alert and motivated, not only in the morning, but also throughout the day. In other words, start your day with the hardest and the most impactful task. I stole this rule of thumb from Brian Tracy, who wrote the book Eat That Frog, and Mark Twain. Mark Twain said, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day." Do you like my accent? So by doing this, you'll already win the day even before you starting it, and you'll feel accomplished even though, let's say, you don't complete all other tasks, but you just complete that important task. You'll feel already accomplished, like something you've done. For example, you can go and work on that marketing project first thing in the morning, right? Or you can go write that essay first thing in the morning. Or you can even go and work on your side hustle. Maybe that's the most important thing for you. For me personally, the most important thing and challenging thing in the morning is to wrestle with God's word, and when I do that, I actually feel like I can do anything throughout the day. In other words, don't pick up your phone or put it out of your sight. Eliminate the urge to check messages on social media. Otherwise, you'll waste your time dividing your attention among meaningless tasks. James Clear calls it half work. Cal Newport calls it attention residue, but I think he got that idea from somewhere else. And it's especially dangerous when you're doing your most important and challenging task, like that frog that you were talking about. So as soon as you divide your attention on your phone, that new information starts lingering in your brain, and you won't be able to do deep work or work deeply. It's like a robber who steals the parts of your concentration and doesn't return them. So take your morning seriously and use these 5 principles. First, go out and get that sunlight first thing in the morning. Second, don't intake caffeine right away when you wake up. Third, exercise or take that cold shower, or do both. And fourth is eat that live frog first thing in the morning. And fifth, the final, avoid the phone at all costs in the mornings, which I'm guilty of, by the way. Also, don't forget that optimizing your morning is the beginning for a productive and healthy life. But if you want to go about your day with intention and meaning, it's important to have a scheduling technique, and this video will definitely help you with that. Thank you for watching this video, and I really appreciate that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!